something that might be cool now, something that we might chop out for a separate YouTube content because it will be so visual. Do you want to maybe do a little bit of a show and tell of what you have behind you?
Oh, yeah. This one right here is the most valuable in our joint collection. Now, the Second Cavalry Brigade Band is going to use the money we get from these paid gigs to get its own set of instruments. But right now, we're relying, a lot of the members have their own instruments. Corey Saunders
Gotcha.
owns this. It's a very little, it's B.F. Richardson nickel silver E flat cornet pinch rotary valve.
Wow.
Uh, no one knew any of these existed. And somebody came, drove up with a car that knew John Huffman in the 73rd band, opened up his trunks and say, hey, I got all these horns. You guys want to buy them? I'm selling off my collection.
Wow.
Corey jumped on this one and got it for a pretty good price. And it's the only one that nobody knew any of these existed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it,
Do we know anything about the maker?
B.F. Richardson, a Boston contemporary of D.C. Hall and Graves and all those other guys,
Yeah. Well,
top of the line. Yeah, he made them before and during the Civil War.
yeah,
So
incredible.
it's a beautiful Boston horn. We've got Corey's also an instrumental repairman. Every Civil War band needs one. And he took this one, this over the shoulder unsigned E flat alto. It was just missing one of the levers. It was in pieces, it had holes. And he reconstructed a new lever and fixed it all up. And it's a fine player.
Mm.
Uh, Jeff Stockton's, I believe, either sold that to our tuba player, the over the shoulder tuba we have, or knew somebody that was selling one. So we got a hold of that one, and it's a good player. Yeah. So the band owns two horns, but our ultimate goal is for the band LLC itself to own a complete, at least like a sextet of them.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. One problem we have is with the interest of the mounted band is we're almost getting more gigs than we could handle without burning out the guys. So although we really can only mount 9 or 10 players with authentic saddles, we better be we better be about a 16-piece band at least, so that the guys can rotate in and out on these weekends and we don't overwhelm them with too many gigs.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
steer we use, we strap to the saddle. No, well, it's strapped to him and the saddle with the
Mhm.
breakaway, in case he should fall off. We haven't had any accidents yet.
That's good.
We noticed, we tried using a side action B flat cornet. There's a couple of cornets behind me. The side
Yeah.
actions don't work at all hardly because you got to hold them like you're holding a bologna sandwich and press the valves with only one hand. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
found a, a B flat top action that was in pretty rough shape, and Corey put it back together. And see, you can hold this with one hand quite easily.
Mhm.
So the horns pretty much have to be top action or over the shoulder to really work with us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have all your music memorized for these performances?
We do for parades and arena shows. But other than that, if we just sit in a lot on our horses, we can put the lyres on and clip in our band books. This is how we do the band books. One way is I take original sources or other people's arrangements if they, because we share them around, and I'll hand quill them with Indian ink in band books,
Mhm.
and so we can have the full repertoire right there up on horses and play it
Yeah.
back.
Well,
Uh, One amusing story is when I made the first set of these books, I didn't use Indian ink, and we were at a brass band festival in Danville, Kentucky, and it rained, and all my work just melted away.
oh, yikes.
Mm,
So I learned you got to use Indian ink if you're going to do that.
Yeah. There you go.
yeah.
Another thing behind me is we also use little books and we phenolium them out. We use the original font styles and all, and we make it like it's a brass band journal. And we
There you go.
our little lyres and play off of that. So no, we don't always memorize.